weekly sit-down with local agricultural leaders and businesses. This is Tailgate Conversations. Sponsored by Pinnaker Chevrolet. Today we are right outside of Iberia, Missouri to meet the Hendley family, who have been serving their neighbors here in rural Miller County for over 40 years. Well, hello, Ralph.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Morning, Jamie.
Good morning. Well, thank you guys for letting us come out and kind of tell your story. So I want to go back to the very beginning. Ralph, you're the founder of Hendley Farm Supply. How did it all begin?
A neighbor come down here and wanted to know where he could get some treated fence posts, and I told him I knew where I could get them, and did. His neighbors saw them. They wanted to know where he got them posts. They told him Ralph Hendley. So their neighbors saw them, and they just kept coming. It just kept increasing. And finally I told my wife, I said, posts are going to sell up here.
Daniel, you were raised here in the family business.
Correct.
So what was maybe your first memory of the business, and what was your first job here?
Probably loading the fence post would have been my first job out there in the lumber. Yep.
And what do you remember of your parents, starting a business from scratch?
It was a lot of work. We lived here, so if somebody comes to the house, you still come up here and loaded them.
24/7.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Kind of expand a little bit, Daniel, on how you've seen the business change over time. Your customer base has probably changed, your offering has changed. How's the industry changed?
It has changed dramatically. We don't do the fence post and treated fence post and lumber. That's a thing of the past. We don't do that anymore. Everything is gone steel now. So that has changed. Of course, the feed come in. We didn't used to if you had 20 bags of dog food, you had a lot of dog food on hand. Well, now we buy it trailer loads at a time.
Wow.
Stuff like that. So.
Well, you are here serving your neighbors. You're the consumer-facing side of the business, but you've got to get your feed from somewhere. So where is your bag grain coming from, majority?
Springfield out of Crescent Feed. We started the relationship with Crescent back in probably '78. That was when the Riches had it. And we have been with them ever since. And with the change over to Larry, we're still there.
And they're one of the oldest feed mills, in the area, mixing and bagging grain. Why do you choose to work with them?
The relationship with them. If there is a problem, which there usually isn't, but you don't have to go to corporate to handle a problem. It's handled right there in the office. So
over a handshake, right?
Over a handshake, yeah. But yeah.
So you mentioned that it was about the late 70s when you first began a relationship with Crescent. I'm guessing the feed you got from then was quite different than today.
Yes, a lot different. It was mainly all stock.
All stock. Now, what is that? That's a new term for me.
That is chops, oats, and molasses.
Chops. Together. Chops is?
Chopped corn.
Chopped corn, molasses, and?
Oats.
Oats.
All oats.
And today, you're feeding a whole variety of feed to many forms of different livestock. What are the main offerings today?
Well, we use more of the 50/50 today, which has your pellet and your crimped corn and molasses in it. It comes in a 12 and a 16% both. We handle both of them. And of course, you get into your salt mixes. We use a lot of salt mixes for up your protein for your cows out on the grass. And then we range cubes, a lot of range cubes.
You're offering a wide variety because agriculture is a really diverse industry. How do you stay educated on what you need to serve your customers?
With the salesman they've got, they'll come and tell you this is the products we got coming out, this is what it's going to be for, so I'll give you the knowledge of that.
And Ralph, you're not the only one behind this. Your wife has worked alongside you from the very beginning. How is working with your family? And both of you can kind of share a testament to that, working with your parents and your wife and your son.
It can be good and bad.
I've worked cattle with my dad and my husband before, so I get that.
It's good.
You know, Ralph, you've seen the industry change a lot. What does it mean to raise your son in the feed store and watching him kind of take the lead after all your training and hard work over the years?
It's good to see somebody in the family take it.